All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in Hyde Park, Sydney. If you're coming to us, we are live streaming a march for Palestine. And you're coming to us from Sydney, Australia. Like I said, if you're wondering what's going on, we are currently live streaming a march for Palestinian solidarity. And this is Hyde Park in Sydney. There's your proof that we're at the iconic Hyde Park. And there is the Centrepoint Tower. And here we have a setup, it would seem. Excuse me, mate. Can I have a look at your sign?
Of course you can.
Do you mind if I put this on there?
Yeah, of course, why not?
Netanyahu is a terrorist. There it is. Let's be honest. Thank you very much, brother.
That's no problem.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, is that okay?
Yeah.
I'm just going live, just so you know I'm streaming. I'm just trying to show people like what's happening today.
Yeah, what's happening and why we're here and that.
So yeah, can you tell me why you're here today?
Well, I'm here today for the same reason I've been here for the last, I think, 11 rallies.
Yeah.
It's just the ungodly war crimes that Israel continues to commit on a daily basis. The stuff that I see on Instagram is just, it's horrid, and it's
Like
just
the stuff from Gaza on Instagram?
What's going on in Gaza, the
Yeah.
bombing, the forced starvation, even some of the more brutal details I probably couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
And I just think, how has this been allowed to go on? You know, this is somehow not branded terrorism by the world powers.
Yeah.
It's just really, it's absolutely horrid. And
do you think the peace deal that's come up recently in the last couple of days?
It's horseshit. It's absolute horseshit. And I saw on Al Jazeera that even after the correct me if I'm wrong here, but after the peace deal was signed, you know, the Israeli forces still fired at, you know, civilians.
Yeah.
I don't know what I expected from the Israeli Defense Force, Offense Force, but they need to be held accountable. We need to stop trading arms with Israel. And that absolute bullshit state recognition, which is all just performative politics.
Yeah, you think that's just a performative thing?
It's absolute crap, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, recognize Palestine while at the same time importing F-35 fighter jet parts and signing millions of dollar deals with Israel when it comes to weapons trading. It's horseshit. Until they sanction Israel, expel the ambassador, and hold Israel accountable, for God's sake.
Yeah.
I just think our government's full of shit.
And so, like, do you think like stuff like this today, like, kind of makes a difference to our government who continues to sell arms to Israel and stuff like that? Do you think it makes a difference?
An optimist would say so, but I mean, we've had like probably over 100 protests mathematically. October, the first, 2023 October was the first one.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what brought out this bullshit recognition of Palestine, but I don't really think it's doing much.
Because like the timing of the recognition came after the bridge march, and do you think that had, because that was a huge turnout?
Oh yeah, that was absolutely a huge turnout. I think maybe that had something to do with the Palestine recognition. To be perfectly honest, yeah, like the only thing I could think of happening if it didn't happen is that Palestine wouldn't be recognized. But like I said before, how much of a difference is that?
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, free Palestine, for the love of God, just sanction Israel. They need to be tried for their war crimes. And what's the Court of International Law for if Israel doesn't get, I guess, penalized for their crimes? Because they need it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
No, that's no problem.
Have a good day.
You too, mate. Free Palestine.
Free Palestine. There you go. We have our first interview of the day. And does seem like there are, I don't know, a few thousand people out here, maybe. It's hard to tell. It's quite loud between the copper choppers and the fully sick tunes. But like, there's quite the copper presence. I'll let you know. It's quite different to the March for Australia protest that we were at last time. But let's continue, shall we? I'll try and give you the sights and the sound so you can soak up the atmosphere a little bit, hey? So it's quite loud, and that's one of the reasons why up there.
They were pretty young.
Albo Wong Mins. Media suppression kills. 20,000 children killed. Australia, 200 years, no sanctions. I guess you can read. Let's continue understanding the atmosphere, shall we? Looks like a giant flag that people are able to write on. It's a nice idea. It stretches quite far too. Someone who's watching this can tell me whether or not the sound is okay. Please let me know. Haven't done a sound check yet.
And not just that.
Excuse me, mate. There you go. Can I ask you a question? Do you mind?
I'm a bit shy on camera.
I won't turn the camera around.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Yeah? Why are you here?
I'm here to support the people of Palestine and Gaza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you think about the new peace deal that happened a couple of days ago, organised by Trump? Do you reckon that'll change much?
Oh, geez.
Are you aware of the peace deal?
Yeah, I am, and I just think that it should be with the Palestinian people.
Yeah.
I mean, for the plan as well, not only just America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, do you hope then it makes a bit of a difference at least? The peace, like the ceasefire, let's call it.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
And do you think stuff like this, like people coming out today, do you think that helps or makes a difference?
Yeah, because it goes to show that there are people that care about the people in Gaza and Palestine.
Yeah. And have you been to one of these before?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like multiple?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time, bro.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you, brother.
So it seems it's getting busier by the look of it. More and more people turning out. We are all God's chosen people. Reject IHRA definition. Palestinians are the true Semites. Excuse me. What does IHRA stand for? Yes. What does that stand for? IHR.
International
Yeah.
Holocaust Remembrance Alliance. It's conflating the Holocaust
Yeah.
and Judaism with Zionism.
Right.
Saying it's the same. It's not the same.
Yep.
It's totally different.
Yep.
One is an ideology
Yep.
and one is a religion. And they're not the same. And they cannot use religion as basis for ideology and pass it in laws in Australia, changing our laws to suit the Zionism.
Okay.
So we can't talk much about, we can't have a freedom of speech
Yeah.
to say anything,
Yes, yeah.
what they're doing wrong.
Yeah.
They want to change the laws in courts,
Yeah.
in police, at school, universities, defunding them so they can control every narrative to suit whatever they want.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. There you go.
How are you, bro?
Can I ask you about your flag?
You can, of course, man.
Yeah? Do you mind if I turn my camera around?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, where are you? Oh, yeah, go on. Go on. I can't see my glasses.
I know. Fair enough. Why are you here today?
I'm here to stand with the Palestinian people.
Yeah.
Stand in solidarity for what has taken place. They might say that it's a ceasefire or whatever, but I don't believe it. I don't believe in a
I was going to ask.
Yeah.
What do you think about the ceasefire?
I think that the Israeli regime is a monstrous, evil regime. That even if there is a ceasefire, we need to put them to justice.
Yeah.
Justice needs to be served. They're war criminals. They're an evil entity, and it needs to be stopped.
So do you think it's just an opportunity for Israel to get away with their war crimes, like a ceasefire?
Oh, absolutely, yeah, 100%. They're in the pocket of America, and America's in the pocket of them. So it's a vicious, evil cycle.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Gaza and Palestine are in a position where they need to sign something before their whole people are eradicated.
Yeah.
Which that sentence alone
Yeah.
is insane. This is 2025.
Yeah.
We have a UN, we have the ICC, we have the ICJ, we have all these different things.
Yeah.
And they're all coming out saying that there's a genocide and nothing's been done.
No.
I'm an Irishman. We have a shared struggle in history.
Is that hence the flag?
Hence the flag.
Yeah.
But our government is doing nothing.
Yeah.
We were one of the biggest traders with Israel in Europe.
Yeah.
Up until very recently, only for the people on the ground fighting against it, So there's been a lot of years where people have turned a blind eye to the sick atrocities that's going on around the world, and individualism and whatever. And I think Palestine has woken up the world, has woken up people, has started communities again, has started cooperative societies again, and I think it's a fantastic thing in that regard. Unfortunately, what has happened is horrific, catastrophic, and something that should have never, ever, ever happened. So,
And do you think like stuff like this today helps?
100%. I know Palestinian people that thank me for coming out every week, and
You do this every week?
Yeah. I have people in Gaza that I send money to, that I do a little bit of fundraising for, and they thank me every week. They love seeing videos. I see people walking around sometimes, being on live stream with people in Palestine, and they are so grateful for it. So it's about spirit as well. So that's why I do it, brother.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Good luck.
Cheers.
So we got an Irish flag in solidarity with Palestine. Good, thanks. How are you?
Good. What are you doing?
I'm just live streaming so people can.
Great. This is Labor Friends Against Palestine.
Yeah.
Labor Friends of the Palestine Rally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
We've been campaigning for 2 years within the Labor movement.
Do you mind if I turn the camera around so people can see you?
Yeah.
Is that okay? Thanks, mate. Sorry. Where were we? Why are you here?
Well, my name's Peter Moss.
Yep.
I'm from Labor Friends of Palestine.
Yep.
We've been campaigning inside the Labor movement for 2 years
Yep.
for sanctions and arms embargo against the occupation. And we're still going. We're going to keep going until those aims are achieved.
Yeah, right. And so, like, are you here with a group of Labor people today, then?
Yes, we are, and we've got an MP as well.
Oh, okay.
I might even bring her over.
Yeah.
But let me say this. Most Labor Party members support Palestine. Most Labor Party members want the government to go a lot further. And we had a motion calling for the government,
Are we talking about federal?
Federal?
Yeah.
We had a motion calling for the federal government to apply sanctions and a two-way arms embargo, and we've put it through more than 100 branches around Australia so far.
Yeah.
That's thousands of Labor Party members who put their hand up for sanctions.
Yeah.
So there's a big gap between the small steps, although they're welcome steps that the federal government has taken, and between what we need to do under international law, which is apply sanctions. This is far from over. We welcome the ceasefire, but that doesn't suspend international law, right? We've still got the President of Israel, Prime Minister of Israel, is a fugitive from international justice. There's an arrest warrant out on him for war crimes and crimes against humanity, including the deliberate starvation of children.
Yeah.
So whatever else happens, those who perpetrated this genocide must be held accountable. But there's a lot of other things that need to happen in terms of a Palestinian state ending the occupation. We are a long way from peace with justice.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the difference, right? Because I've spoken to a few people today, and I've asked them what their opinions are on the ceasefire, and like people aren't happy with it generally in this crowd, I would say. So it's not enough, is it?
Well, I mean, Israel hasn't even withdrawn from Gaza. They've said they won't withdraw from Gaza, and the Palestinians have a right to self-determination under international law.
Do you think the idea of recognising their statehood makes a difference in that regard, then?
I think it has made a difference. I mean, if you look at the fact that Trump has actually forced Israel's hand, I think the vote of more than 140 countries in the UN General Assembly for the New York Declaration, which is for recognition of Palestine, and countries like Australia and the other Western countries who came on board at the last moment, I think that added pressure, and it showed that American allies, and also within the US, Trump's own support base is split right down the middle on Israel, particularly young people. And you know, we know that Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson and others who were part of the MAGA movement have really split on the question of Israel. So I think all those factors played into Trump's need to get a deal done.
I find when it comes to the MAGA influencers, let's call them, their non-support for Israel is derived more from the fact that they want all that money for America as opposed to some support for Palestine. What do you think about it?
I think it's both. I think Trump and MAGA ran as an America First movement. They've proven that they're not America First, that there's a huge foreign influence in America as there in the US. And as Bob Carr pointed out, the biggest foreign influence in Australia, if you're an MP, is Israel. Right? And it's even more so in the US. But I think that people are human beings. And I think no matter where you sit on the political spectrum, if you watch kids being starved, if you watch civilians being bombed and sniped at, in this relentless barbarity that we've seen for 2 years, then your heart goes out. And I think that a lot of people who might be right-wing have been genuinely moved by this. That's why opinion polls show that people all over the world wanted stronger action and will still want stronger action now.
Yes. And so you think that's why people are here today, because they want to see more?
Oh yeah, well this movement in Australia has always had sanctions and an arms embargo at the centre of our demands, right? Of course, and supporting the rights of the Palestinians, the national rights to self-determination. That hasn't changed. Those aims haven't been achieved, right? A ceasefire, which is still uncertain really, has been achieved, and that's a great thing.
At least to stop the killing for now, right? Thank you very much. I appreciate your time. Thanks, mate. Cheers. Have a good day. Good luck.
Good, mate. What's your channel?
It's called Mystery Movement.
Mystery Movement?
Yeah.
Where do I find it?
It's on YouTube. We're going live on YouTube at the moment, so you might be able to find it that way. I can spell it for you if you want. Mystery, but it's the French spelling of mystery. Okay. So there's an E at the end.
Okay, no worries. I'll work it out.
Mystery Movement. All right?
Okay, good stuff.
Thank you very much.
M-Y, is it? Mystery M-Y, is it?
M-Y-S-T-E-R-E.
Okay, M-Y, mate. Mystery M-Y.
Got that.
And E at the end, not an I.
I'll find it.
Yeah. Good luck, mate.
Okay,
enjoy your day.
Thanks for your feedback, mate. We'll communicate.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's continue, shall we? I'm just trying to read some of these comments here. It's hard to see. It's so bright out here. Ask the coppers if the crowd has been rowdy or not. Okay. I might leave that one to a little bit later. Actually, let's see if there's any coppers that will speak to me. I'd say probably not, let's be honest. I'm going to try and get closer so I can hear what she's saying. PA system was failing before though.
sea. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. From the sea to the river. From the sea to the river. Palestine will live forever. Palestine will live forever. Comrades, thank you for being here today. Thank you for standing up and raising your voices again and again, while so many others have stayed silent. Before anything else, I want to acknowledge that we're gathered today on land that was never ceded. This is and always will be Gadigal land. Like many of you, I offer the Gadigal people and their ancestors my respect and my thanks for the privilege of speaking here today. And when we honour the remarkable people of Palestine and their ancestors and their legacy of resistance against occupation and apartheid, we also honour the freedom fighters here on this continent. Today, I've been asked to share with you all that Auntie Norma Sims, a respected Aboriginal elder and matriarch, passed away earlier this week. Auntie Norma was a mother, a grandmother, a great-grandmother, and a great-great-grandmother. Her legacy as a fighter for land rights and justice has inspired generations, and it's because of the tireless activism done by Auntie Norma and thousands of staunch matriarchs just like her that we can continue to gather on this beautiful land together. So thank you to Auntie Norma. In my mother's language, we say that Madalinya Badu Gadigal Daginda. I am proud to be here on Gadigal land, and I'm proud to be sharing this land with all of you. Because this struggle, our struggle for Palestine, is taking place on land where colonization never ended. And when we chant Free Palestine, we're also saying free this land and free all lands from the empires that devour them. So thank you for being here today as well. 730 days really struck me what Amal just said. 2 years. 2 years since Israel began waging this most recent genocide in Gaza. 2 years of hospitals bombed, of journalists assassinated, and of families buried under rubble. Tens of thousands of Palestinians have been killed. The Gaza Ministry of Health said last week more than 25,000 of them were children. I know you all know the numbers, but we can't stop speaking them. We can't stop putting them on the record so that there can be no doubt. Because for 2 years we have been told to wait for the facts, even though the facts are already in front of us. This genocide is unique. It is mass murder on an industrial scale, and it is being live streamed around the world. None of us can ever say that we didn't know what was happening. None of us in the future can claim we were unaware. None of us can wash our hands of what is happening in Palestine. And still we keep hearing that the situation is too complex to judge from afar. Until now, 2 years later, the same media and political class who justified every human rights violation by Israel, who co-signed and sponsored every bomb drop, are pretending that they always cared. Shame. They want to rewrite their complicity and to heal their conscience, but we've been here the whole time, and that's what they're forgetting. We saw it, and we will not let them forget what they did and what they failed to do. Let's tell the truth plainly. Israel is not defending itself, it is defending apartheid. It is defending occupation. And it is defending its own ability to slaughter children and families. Shame! And right now, many around the world are celebrating this latest ceasefire. And Palestinians who have been living under siege for 2 years, and those around the world watching this genocide unfold, cannot be denied their right to feel hope and feel elation and feel relief. But let's keep this in mind. A ceasefire is not peace. A ceasefire does not unbury the dead. A ceasefire does not heal amputations done without anesthetics. It does not rebuild homes. It does not rebuild schools or hospitals. What the past 2 years and the past 75 before it have taught us is that we can never trust Israel on their word. have broken a ceasefire before, and we have no reason to believe they won't do it again. And that's why we cannot slow down. We cannot stop. Israel's genocidal fascist regime is counting on the world becoming tired and disinterested. It's counting on the size of these protests to shrink. But Jesus Christ, what a turnout! 2 years later, we are still here like we have been every single week. Yes! That's what we're doing today. What we're not doing, though, is marching along our planned route to the Opera House. And the reason we're not marching to the Opera House today is because our state government is so afraid. They're so afraid of protests. They're so afraid of the world seeing that we care about the people of Palestine. They're so afraid of realizing, of seeing ordinary people, angry people, passionate people, making their voices heard. What a moral vacuum we're living through. Chris Minns, Anthony Albanese, Penny Wong, Richard Miles, you know their names, you know what they've done. They have funded a genocide with public money, with our money. They've propped up a system of apartheid in our name, and they have the nerve to lecture us about civility. There is nothing uncivil about anger in the face of a genocide. There is nothing extreme about refusing to be complicit in that genocide, and there is nothing hateful about demanding justice and equality and liberation for the people of Palestine. Nothing. And so those of you who've been here every week, every rally, every march, every action, you've changed this country, you are changing the world. You've helped make Palestine impossible to ignore. You've forced the truth into headlines on this continent and around the world. Though I will say shame on the SBS for still refusing to allow their journalists to say the word Palestine. And you have exposed every coward hiding behind the long shadow cast by Israel's regime of terror. When we were called a fringe movement, we filled the streets every week, and just 2 months ago we brought 300,000 people along with us. When we were called hateful, we led with love, and we led with a sense of justice. And this thing that you have helped to build, it's not temporary. We are all part of this generation that refused to look away and refused to be silent. So where do we go from here? We have to keep going. We have to keep the pressure on. We'll see whether this ceasefire holds, but regardless of whether it does, in the meantime, our universities are still taking military contracts and cracking down on student protests. Corporations on this continent and around the world continue to profit from genocide, and our political class continues to send money and bombs and weapons to the rogue state of Israel. And it's our job to remind these corporations and these institutions and these individuals that there is a serious price for their complicity. There will be consequences in the streets, in our unions, at the ballot box, and eventually in the history books. Because the struggle for Palestine is not over, nowhere near it. This genocide will not end with just a ceasefire. It will not end until the blockade is lifted, until every Palestinian refugee is able to return, and until the land and its people are entirely free from the river to the sea. 2 years on, I just want to finish by saying something simple. We don't do this, you don't do this because it's easy, but because it's right. Because we cannot let imperialism and injustice win. Because every act of solidarity from each of you is a refusal to ignore what is happening in front of us. And that refusal is power. In that refusal is a hell of a lot of power. There is hope and there is resistance. You prove every day that this is a movement of love. But it's a different kind of love. It's a fierce, a stubborn, and a radical love. That's what keeps us standing. That's what keeps us speaking out. That's what keeps us alive. I go, I can't get down from this stage with so many people here today without trying to lead you all in a chant. And it's a good one. If you're not familiar, it goes like this. I'm going to say 1, and you're going to say, we are the people. I'm going to say 2, and you're going to say, we won't be silent. I'm going to say 3, and you're going to say, stop the bombing. And then we're all going to join together and chant, now, 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 now. Are you all ready? Yeah. 1.
We are the people. We won't be silent.
3.
Stop the bombing. Now, 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 now. We are the people.
2.
We won't be silent.
3.
Stop the bombing. Now, 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 now.
1.
We are the people.
2.
We won't be silent.
3.
Stop the bombing. Now, 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 now.
1.
We are the people.
2.
We won't be silent.
3.
Stop the bombing. Now, 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 now.
Thank you, Sydney. Thank you for coming out.
Hi everyone. My name is Flotilla from Palestine activist Sydney. Good to be back with all of you. And of course we stand in solidarity, as he said, with the joint struggles against oppression, against imperialism, against racism, and whatever part of this earth we happen to be standing on. That means here we stand with Indigenous people against racism, and it means we stand with the Palestinians against the racist, genocidal regime in Israel. Now, of course, like everyone, we welcome any, even temporary reprieve for the people of Gaza from the 2 years of hell, of genocide, of massacre, and starvation that they've suffered for the past 2 years. But, and it's a big but, Chris Hedges, a journalist who was recently shamefully censored and banned from speaking at the National Press Club, he wrote a very good piece about Trump's sham peace plan. And he said this: there will be no peace in Gaza, only the temporary absence of war. And this is very important. And I would add to Chris's words that while maybe, and we hope, there will be the temporary absence of death for some Palestinians in Gaza, that does not mean that this plan will allow Palestinians to actually live. And Palestinians deserve to live. Yes. They deserve to live. They live in freedom, with justice, in hope, with home and food, all the basic things every human being on this planet deserves to have. And we absolutely must keep mobilising as a movement, because this plan delivers none of that. None of it. We will keep mobilising for free Palestine. Firstly, because we don't trust the genocidal bastards who have now come up with this so-called peace plan. Whether that's Donald Trump, whether that's his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, who dreams of turning Gaza, both of them, into a real estate. And of course, whether that's Netanyahu, the prime butcher of Gaza, the person who's presided over this. Or whether it's the world leaders gathering in Egypt to discuss the future of Gaza without any Gazans present. The world leaders who have supported genocide for 2 years, who now think that they get to decide the fate of the Palestinian people. These people who have debased themselves, who do not have a single moral fibre in their body, as they've supported a genocide for 2 years. They've helped arm and funded and allowed Israel to carry it out. Now they are supposed to be the ones to bring about peace for the Palestinians. It's a sick joke, and we won't stand for it. And we know Israel has broken every single deal it's ever made with the Palestinian people. And we know that even if they do stick to this so-called plan, it's not a plan for peace, it's a plan for ongoing occupation and siege and misery and torment for the Palestinians. And we know that the genocide and the ethnic cleansing of the Palestinian people did not begin on October 7 or October 8. It began in 1947 and before. And so it will not end with this so-called peace plan either. As long as Israel exists, a genocidal and apartheid regime, there will not be peace for the Palestinian people. And that's why we demand liberation. That's why we demand liberation for the Palestinian people, the people of Gaza, the people of 1948 Palestine, for the 7 million Palestinian refugees driven out since 1948, and for the Palestinians of the West Bank who face escalated ethnic cleansing and genocide as well. So we demand liberation from the river to the sea. We demand a society in which Palestinians and, yes, the Jewish people of the region and all the Arabs of the entire region can actually live based on the principles of equality and democracy and freedom, the kinds of things we are demanding everywhere in the world. And we know that there cannot be peace without justice. That means justice for the war criminals, for the genocidal maniacs that have killed hundreds of thousands of people in Gaza, and for all those world leaders who have allowed this to happen. There cannot be peace without justice. There will not be peace without justice for the Palestinian people. And we will not give this system peace as long as it oppresses the Palestinian people. So we will keep fighting. We will keep fighting until Palestine is free. From the river to the sea. That's what we've always stood for. That's why we were protesting long before the past 2 years, and why we'll keep protesting until we win liberation for the Palestinian people and we bring down the imperialist, racist maniacs that have carried out this crime against humanity. That's the call that we need to take up now. We're going to be on because there is a massive momentum right now all around the world for the Palestinian cause. A momentum we've never seen before. A momentum which all those world leaders who are going to gather in Egypt want to go away. They hope now that they can all breathe a sigh of relief, that they can start to re-normalise this genocidal regime in Israel, that they hope all the pressure that's been mounting on them to stop funding and arming a genocidal regime will cease now. It's not going to cease. We're going to carry on. We're going to fight for accountability and justice and liberation. All right, I'm going to bring up our next speaker, Jenny Leong, of course, the Greens MP, who's been part of this fight for a very long time, standing alongside us, and a rare, rare voice in those hellholes of parliament houses of this country, actually speaking up for the Palestinian people. Thank you, Jenny.
Of the Eora Nation, and to pay our respect to elders past and present, recognising that it always was and always will be First Nations land. I want to acknowledge and thank Ethan for his powerful words and recognise that the struggle for sovereignty, the struggle against genocide, and the struggle for treaties and justice for First Nations people mirrors the struggle of those in Palestine. And give our commitment today that we will stand with First Nations people in this country until they see that they are delivered the justice they deserve, because sovereignty was never ceded. This is stolen land. Always was, always will be First Nations land. We stand here today, 2 years on. 2 years on from what was the most recent of the escalations of the ongoing human rights violations and humanitarian disaster that has been inflicted on the Palestinian people. But we know, you know, the Greens know, and indeed the Palestinian people around the world know that this did not start on October 7. We know that the displacement, we know that the occupation, we know that the human rights violations, and we know that the terror and destruction of the Israeli government on the people of Palestine started a long, long time ago in the Nakba. 1948 indeed. And in addition to that, do you know what we know? We know that the reason that they got away with it then, and the reason that Israel got away with the genocide they have committed now is because of the weakness, because of the lack of moral compass, and because of the complete disgrace of our global political leaders that refuse to stand up against a genocide and against apartheid. So you will forgive me when I say I am feeling a little bit fucking cynical about those same so-called leaders sitting in a room together, making a deal without the Palestinian people. It's called self-determination for a reason, deciding what will come. And yes, we want to see the bomb stop. Yes, we need a ceasefire, but we needed that ceasefire from the beginning. Israel never had a right to defend itself that extended to the desecration of Palestine. Israel never had the right to defend itself that extended to the death of tens of thousands of Palestinians. There is a sign here that says if you went to a funeral a day for every child killed in Gaza, you would be going every day for more than 55 years. And yet we stand in a country where we see the failure of the Labour federal Prime Minister who once upon a time stood at rallies like this talking in support of Palestine when it was convenient to his political career. He looks around and refuses to sanction a genocidal regime. And at a state level, we have a Premier who uses the New South Wales Police as a protection racket for him and his Labour Party cronies who want to back in the violence in this country. And I can tell you that about 2 years ago to the day I sat in the office of Premier Chris Minns, and I said to him that I was very, very concerned about his decision to light up the Opera House in the colours of an apartheid state. And he gave me feedback. He said, well, if we're being honest, I think it's unacceptable that you're supporting these protests that are sowing division in our community. Well, I say to Chris Minns, whose side do you remain on? The side of a Zionist state that has chosen to inflict a genocide on the Palestinian people, on the side of international humanity, of justice, and the need for people to have their rights respected. He chose a side on that day. And so when he wanted to hope that this issue would not come to the streets of New South Wales, it was him lighting up the Opera House that brought this to him. And so still they try and shut us down. They try and shut the protests down. They try and shut it down. But then, what do? We rise up. We rise up. We rise up because we know that we cannot let a world where Trump determines the future of the Palestinian people to be the kind of world that we want to live in. We rise up because we know that in our thousands and in our millions, we are all Palestinians, and we have seen the most enormous global uprising of people around the world in solidarity with Palestine. And their only chance now at stopping this movement for peace and freedom for Palestinian people is to attempt to shut us down, to stop us from marching, to stop us from protesting. And we say no. We say never. And so can I say that don't stop coming out for Palestine. Make sure that you know that the violations and the occupation of the West Bank will continue, that Donald Trump's agenda for Palestine is not one that will deliver for the Palestinian people, and that there is a need to hold all of these war criminals to account. So can I say to every single one of you here, thank you for your strength and your solidarity. Please know that we all understand the cost that everyone who speaks out against the Israeli and Zionist agenda pay for doing so. And there is no option but to talk up for a free Palestine. So remember that we are on the right side of history. Remember the Greens stand with you in this struggle. And remember, and I say this directly to all the Zionists on the screen, from the river to the sea, Palestine will be
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace upon you all. My name is Abu Bakr. I was one of the participants on the Global Smooth Flotilla. A non-violent mission made up of 496 ordinary civilians from 46 different countries that were doing what our government should have done, and that was to break the siege on Gaza. I just landed on Friday morning, so I apologize. I haven't prepared anything. I've been trying to get some rest and trying to recover after a, I guess, difficult journey. But there is a few things that I want to highlight. Firstly, I want to thank you all so much for the love, support, solidarity that you guys showed to try to get us out of those prisons, to try to free us from being kidnapped. This just shows we are community, we have a heart, and nothing can change that. They stole all my belongings, but what they didn't know is I have a community back home that is worth way more than everything that they stole. When I first arrived to prison, I was thrown into a cage 4 by 6 meters with 83 other men. I was unaware of where I was. They refused to tell us. So I took this as an opportunity to look outside the cage and see, is there anything, any sign that could tell me where I was? There was nothing. But in the distance, I saw 3 police officers holding 2 Palestinians, hands chained, feet chained, blindfolded. They were being escorted to, I have no idea. And when I was released out of prison, I was so happy. But I thought, I've been freed, but what about those 2 Palestinians that I saw at the same time that I was brought to prison? I was freed alongside the other activists, but what about the 10,000 Palestinian hostages innocent mothers that have been stripped of their right of humanity, that have been stripped of everything. And our government is complicit in every one of these acts. Penny Wong. There's a lot of children, so I'll keep it PG. But she had the audacity to say we manufacture non-lethal parts for F-4. And this was being played on repeat in my mind while I was in prison. Why? Because we were only 20 kilometers away from Gaza. We had no access to a clock, but I knew when it was midnight. Why? Because as soon as midnight struck, we had dozens of fighter jets flying over our prison, making their way to Gaza to destroy innocent lives, to destroy Gaza. Yet she has the audacity to say we are manufacturing non-lethal parts. Non-lethal parts instead of an F-45 of a fighter jet. We are manufacturing weapons that are taking the lives of innocent children. This will always be Australia's history. A history of supporting genocide of the Aboriginal people, a history of supporting the genocide of the Palestinian people that had time and time and time and time again to prove their humanity. They had time and time again to change their views, but they were comfortable. They are comfortable standing there with their hands covered in the blood of the Palestinians. So we'll continue our fight. Palestine is not free. Palestine is still occupied. Palestine is still under apartheid. 10,000 Palestinians are still being held hostage. So we'll continue our fight. And I just want to end with one final thing. Talking here today really does mean a lot to me. And the reason I say this is because in prison, we were humiliated, we were tortured, we were abused, I was kicked, I was slapped, I was humiliated. And they did this with the goal that I will come home and I will remain silent. But to those IDF soldiers, to those Israeli soldiers, to those Israeli prisoners that thought they could silence us, look now, we will never be They thought they could use their violence and their terrorism against us to place fear in our hearts, to scare us. But let me tell you something. Do not allow yourself to be scared. Do not allow them to place fear in your heart, because there is nothing to fear when you're on the right side of history. Free Palestine!
Be with people who care and who will fight for justice. But it's bittersweet because we are meeting on the stolen land of Gadigal country, and we are so good at genocide in this country. We know how to almost erase the entire population of First Nations people. So having looked those psychopathic serial killers in their cold dead eyes, I come back to this country and I'm really aware of my white privilege, my complicity, and what I need to continue to do, which until my last dying breath, I will continue to call out the fucking bullshit of this government. We don't manufacture and send weapons. Now they're saying we indirectly send weapons. We make weapons here. Rosebank makes weapons. Albert does. HTA. We have blood on our hands in this country, and we need to keep our politicians. They are morally bankrupt, and history will go down as the war criminals that they are. And so our job as a collective is to force them to own up, to sanction Israel, to get out of bed with this Trumpian kind of bully boy death cult that we're so desperate to be at the table with. And the Zionist lobby group in this country has so much power, but our leaders need to show true vision and get back to their moral compass. This is the Prime Minister who used to be at the front of student marches for Palestine. Where is he today? Come on, Albo. Like, why are you not here today? Almost 500, ordinary people from all around the world went on these boats to try and break the illegal siege on Gaza, and we've got 20 nautical miles away. We can see the land. And this time, we're going to go back with 150 boats, 200 boats. I've got a bit of fire in my belly, and I'm going to go back. So pick me up, and I'll get you on a boat. And there's a lot of stuff that we can do a post-mortem on post-mortem of later about torture and abuse, and every violation in human rights were completely desecrated. But imagine what happened to us, and we can talk about it later. But imagine what's happening to Palestinians. There are 11,000 Palestinians in prison, 400 children who are in prison. At night time, we could hear them crying. Some of those kids in the prison that we were in. We could hear the Alsatians, and then we could hear the horror. We could hear children crying for their mothers. Right, and these Zionist serial killers, they knew that they weren't allowed to kill us because we were using our white privilege and the eyes of the world were on us, but the eyes of the world are not on Palestinians at the moment, and they need to be. We need to stand with them in solidarity and love and keep fighting. We need to sanction Israel. We need to stop our vote. Yeah, I mean, basically fuck Israel, that's true. There was, there's been some moments of joy and resilience, and there was this one story we were about maybe 3 hours away from getting intercepted. And the Zios keep blocking our VHF radio so we can't communicate with the outside world. And the way they do that is they play a Bob Marley song, Three Little Birds, which is like, don't worry about a thing because everything's going to be all right. And after that comes on the radio, they drone bomb us. And so we were in this sort of hellhole, but we managed to get a tiny bit of internet. And a doctor who was working in Palestine was on, I don't know if it was, I can't even remember what platform it was, but he was saying, you're 20 miles away, I've been working for months, patching together children's limbs, I haven't slept, I haven't eaten, I'm exhausted, but what would you guys like for lunch? So it's just, their capacity for love under occupation and torture and starvation and almost a total erasure of entire population is overwhelming, and it's heartbreaking, but it keeps us so strong in our fight. So I want you to join us to, stop this hell, stop this genocide, and I really think we can do it. So thank you all.
So, they wanted to scare us, they scuffed us up a bit, we experienced some violence, some sexual violence, some abuse. We were all in that cage when we first arrived at Kitsia, crammed in for a Bengavir to have a little media moment with us. It was a pleasure to call him a child killer into his face. But let's not exaggerate our experience too much, because we very much got the 5-star Western passport privilege version of being in Kitsia prison. We're talking about a place where Palestinians are routinely tortured to death over and over and over. Not tortured so often and so frequently that they're tortured to death.
Shame!
People who haven't been charged with a crime that are there on administrative detention. People that are stolen from their families in the night and never return because they're tortured to fucking death. People are starting to realize that Israel is a genocidal terror state. But Israel has always been a genocidal terror state. And for 50 years before Israel was created, the Zionists that planned and conceived of the idea of Israel were planning and conceiving of the idea of a terror state. It's in the DNA of the state, and it will always be in the DNA of the state. No ceasefire, no plan for some poor criminals from the other side of the world to come and administer the Strip. no temporary end to the violence can stop us from demanding an end to the genocidal terror state. Nothing can stop us until there is peace and equality and justice for all human beings in historical Palestine, from the river until the sea. I'm going to do a really short little piece that I wrote for the Palestinian warriors in the crowd, for some people in Palestine who I'm close with, some of whom, when we were 25 nautical miles away from the shore and the sun was rising, I was speaking to, and they were on the shore waiting for us, and I was so certain that we would make it. We got so fucking close. I just want to do this little piece. Careful conceiving of the martyrs in the sky, because they're here, living and breathing in your heart, up in your mind, not just basking in the light, on the path and in the fight, in the darkness, in the fire, in the spark that's in your eyes. I see them. I hear them in the laughter of your child, for real. And they fear them every march and every riot, every act of resistance, every part of the defiance, every activist, resistance fighter, artist and writer, every youth and every student of truth in every movement that the partisans and other intifadas inspired, every bellow bellowed out of every pair of lips, every peace activist ever maligned as terrorists by these venomous, violent, malevolent tyrants. So be careful conceiving of the martyrs in the sky, because they're here, living and breathing in our hearts and in our minds. And if we take them with us in the fight to all time, we will know that's how the martyrs never die. Glory to the martyrs. All right, everyone, another huge hand for these legends, the Flotilla activists. Inspiration to hear that more flotillas are already being planned. And another reason why we need to be mobilizing, because people around the world are not going to stop mobilizing to free Palestine. No one is fooled. No one thinks this is the end. We're going to keep going. All right, and I can say from my personal experience, I was very lucky to be in Italy over the last month. And I can talk about, from my own experience, the impact that the flotilla has made around the world. Because in Italy, we're seeing now the flag be planted about the kind of movement we should all aspire to build, a movement which has exploded. There is now in Italy a mass student and workers movement taking on the Italian taking on the far-right government and leading the way. They have had demonstrations of millions. They have had not one, but two general strikes in Italy for Palestine now. Absolutely unprecedented. To see general strikes break out in a first world Western country, general strikes for an international issue, a purely political strike, and standing up for the Palestinian cause in defiance of the Italian far-right government, which declared those strikes illegal, but they couldn't stop them. People have been storming train stations and airports and roads and ports and weapons factories, factories down. It's absolutely inspiring, and that movement was born out of initially a minority of militants who said, we're going to fight, we're going to lead the way. We're going to take action, radical action, but they had an orientation to a mass movement of workers and students. They made the link between the interests of the Italian working class and the Palestinians, a link that needs to be made everywhere in the world, because it's the same bastards that are killing the Palestinians that are also preparing for World War III, that are ripping out workers' living standards and conditions, imposing austerity on ordinary people around the world to fund billions for the war industry, which they plan to unleash in the coming years. So we need to aspire to that kind of movement. Maybe we can't happen today, maybe it can't happen tomorrow in Australia, but that's what we need to try to build towards. And we need to say as well, that movement was able to force force, through its own mass actions and militancy and determination, was able to force the official trade unions in Italy to back that general strike that took place on the 3rd of October. And we told us that this year we need a trade union movement that's prepared to get off its ass and fight for Palestine. We need prepared to strike for Palestine. And if they want to do it, we need to force them to do it through action within our unions and action from below. That's what we need here in this country as well. All right, before I introduce our next speaker, I'm just going to quickly run through a bunch of announcements. We have one more speaker, and then we're going to be taking to the streets here. So firstly, I have to run through this pretty quick. I think these details are right. Someone yell out if I'm wrong. I think tomorrow morning, there's people know the case of Nick Reamer and John Key, two University of Sydney academics who are being sued outrageously by Zionists who are trying to shut them up for speaking up for Palestine. They have a hearing or a mention in the court happening tomorrow morning. There's going to be a rally in solidarity with them, 8:30 a.m. at Queen Square. Be there. Next Sunday, we're going to be protesting. Yes, it's linked to the question of Palestine, absolutely, as I'll go through, but it's also about standing up against the vile racists and fascists that we've seen mobilising outrageously around Australia lately. The so-called March for Australia, these vile neo-Nazis who want to drive out immigration or attack Indigenous rights. These filth think they can march on our streets. How dare they? They don't stand for what we stand for. We're going to be there next Sunday as part of a united movement to say no to these racists, to say no to these fascists, to drive them off our streets and to take back the streets for decent people like ourselves. So that's next Sunday morning. Straight after that, Jews Against Occupation and other organisations are holding it's a Palestine Kite Day, a family kite day at Maroubra Beach, kicking off next Sunday afternoon. Be there for that from 2 o'clock onwards. What else? Okay, November, early November, coming up is another event we should all put on our calendar. We all know about the complicity of our governments and all the rest of it, but we also need to keep the focus on the rotten weapons industry. And outrageously, in early November, there's going to be held right here in Sydney at the International Convention Centre in Darling Harbour, a convention of weapons companies. It's called the Indo-Pacific Arms Fair. Every criminal corporation that's been involved in the murder of the Palestinian people will be there to sell their wares to the world. Their weapons that they battle tested on the Palestinian people, they now want to spruik to governments around the world to be used against ordinary people in the next war and the next war after that. They're going to be there. They should all, the CEOs of these companies should all already be in jail for their complicity in genocide. This arms fair deserves to be blockaded and shut down and banned. And that's what we're going to do. So please keep an eye on that. It's early November coming up. It's called the Indo-Pacific Arms Fair with every scumbag in the world there, and we're going to blockade it. And the next national march for Palestine, nationwide march for Palestine, to put this on the calendar as well, is going to be the 7th of December. That's going to be the next huge nationwide rally. I don't know if we've already mentioned it, but there's huge numbers out here today, but there's also huge numbers all around the country today coming out again to keep up this fight, for Palestinian liberation. All right, I'm going to end with, I'm going to try this anyway. This is a translation of a chant from Italy. I won't try to make us do it in Italian, but lots of inspiration to be brought home. This is just one. It goes like this. I'm going to say, Sydney, we know which side we're on, and you're all going to say, Palestinian liberation. Sydney, we know which side we're on. Palestinian liberation. Sydney, we know which side we're on. Palestinian liberation. Sydney, we know which side we're on. Palestinian liberation. Sydney, we know which side we're on. Palestinian liberation. Sydney, we know which side we're on. Palestinian liberation. All right, thanks everyone. And our final speaker is an absolute legend, Rula Kapali. Where is she? She's right. front of you. Thanks to a Palestinian speaker and activist who used to work for UN agencies. Please come across the floor.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. May peace be upon you. Do you hear me loud and clear? Do you hear me loud and clear? First, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land of the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation where we stand. We stand in solidarity. We understand and acknowledge and respect your connection to the land, to the community, to its water, to every inch of your blood in this land. Because we Palestinians would rather sacrifice everything except the land. So we salute you, we acknowledge you, and we are with you. My friends, my comrades, it's very important to hear from Palestinians what do they think of the peace, so-called peace plan. I have to say I had tears of joy, of shock, of my trauma, the intergenerational trauma that I hold on my shoulders with so much honor, but with so much pain to see the Palestinian children of Gaza. Maybe they will sleep for one night without the bombs and the drops of the bombs. Maybe they will have a bite of food, but still, can you imagine what they are going to go through right now? Finding them missing, going to the city, a pile of rubble. My family home has been destroyed, my sisters, my brother, and all my friends. You know, my friends, these were not just quarters of cement and rooms of concrete. They were homes full of food and full of love. I would wait every year to take my kids to Gaza, everywhere I lived, to get that sense of communal love. The stories, the dreams, the aspirations that were shattered with these cement walls. People now laughingly, the Zionists are talking about, oh, it's a good business now to work on the rubble of Gaza. How evil are you, shattering all our dreams of 2 million people and think it's cute and funny and a business? And as a Palestinian from Gaza, I want you all to witness, after Allah, my God, witness that I and my family, who are survivors of this genocide, and for the name of my friends who were slaughtered in the streets of Gaza, we reject and reject and reject the so-called peace plan. The ceasefire was a must, and the ceasefire happened not because of Netanyahu or the orange man thinking, growing a conscience, but because of the public pressure. But the peace plan has nothing on it that says peace. It serves 2 points, and I want to say them quickly. The first point, it's a veneer. It's a must to allow Israel to continue its settler colonial expansion. Don't you forget, my friends, maybe some of you are too young to remember, the Oslo Accords of the 1993. What was that peace plan? There was anything but peace for the Palestinians. If you go through the 21 points, you will find not one point that the Palestinians had anything to say with it. Anything! It only talks about one Palestinian aspirations for a state. Aspirations. It says a legal boundary for Israel and the US. And the funny part, who did this plan? Not even the international community. It's the genocidals and the full, complete, complicit partner of the genocide without the oppressor. Isn't this even funny, disgusting? This plan also is a testament of the failure of the international community. The international community that for 2 years have been normalizing trying to attend
to normalize the genocide live in front of our eyes. It's a failure of the international community normalizing decades of apartheid state in whole Palestine. It's the international community's failure in Oslo, and afterwards, 3 decades after Oslo. What did we get out of this peace? Nothing. More settlements, more annihilation of the West Bank, Gaza an open prison for 18 years where Israel dictates who eats and who doesn't. This is what the peace plan, and this is the failure of the international community. Shame! And the second part that you need to understand about this plan is that it's again another mechanism to silence us, to silence the world into inaction. You would ask how they would silence us, because exactly, this is a peace plan right now. How dare we to speak about international law? This is counterproductive to the peace plan. Isn't it? There is peace the Palestinians agreed to. How could you be asking the accountability for the ICC ruling and the ICJ to bring them and hold them into accountable? Oh, you're being disruptive of the peace right now. How would you talk about international law? Isn't there now a peace agreement that the Palestinians and Israelis allowed and are ongoing? This is exactly the time that you, every one of you, is asked to do your part. Whatever you stood up for the Palestinians, this is the time that you put your foot into the ground and say, never we will allow this again, because the genocide exposed Israel for you. You have seen with your own eyes the bodies of the Palestinian children pierced into the hearts and the souls of every person. We can never say that we didn't see, that we didn't know. The time is us to exactly do what we are doing. You know what Bibi, the orange man told Bibi at the time of the signing? You cannot fight the world, Bibi. What did he mean by that? Anybody? What did he mean? Did he mean you cannot fight the bomb? Nobody's going to come after Israel with bombs. But you cannot fight us, the millions of the people in the streets. Israel cannot stop maybe the world, but this is what they cannot do. They cannot bribe you into their hasbara. You know what they are doing? They are spending less than, the least, $7,000 of each influencers, Americans who are from the age of 14 to 18, 7,000 for each post that is pro-Israel. Their propaganda machine. This is the fight that he cannot win. The fight for students who are doing boycott and divestments. The fight of the dock workers in Italy and other cities where they won't move with a weapon to Israel. The fight where people go to the hyperinflation, their hundreds of thousands. This is the fight that Israel cannot win. And what we ask here and now, Palestinians need reparations. Palestinians need accountability. Palestinians are demanding justice. This is not revenge, my friend. This is the least, the bare minimum the Palestinians are asking for. This is what we want, is accountability for everyone who colluded against the Palestinians during the genocide. Member states, companies of weapons, mainstream media, complicit figures who were okay with the genocide. We want to hold them all accountable. And you can, by your being loudest voices. If you could get everything I said, remember that Bibi knows that he cannot fight you. He cannot bribe you. He cannot silence you. And that is what we need. The fight is on you. The fight is for you. It reste à cacher place. But we know, and I know that Israel never accountable for any promise of the ceasefire. In 2014, I was in Gaza visiting, and there was, after their bombing, a ceasefire. And in less than an hour, they killed 200 people. It was called the Black Friday because they just decided to kill 200 people in an hour. This is what they do. My friend, the Palestinian people recorded their own annihilation, recorded their own starvation, recorded their own burning alive in front of our eyes, so that we carry the baton. We carry the baton of truth. Because now the fight, maybe not with bombs, but with the narrative. Before the genocide, Israel controlled the narrative. Israel wants peace. The Palestinians, there is no peace. Partners, we defend ourselves. Terrorism and terrorists. You know who invented the terrorism language? Is the colonial language. This is not new. They call us shahid, they call us mekhablim. Any Palestinian for them is a terrorist. Any one of you, the Freedom Flotilla heroes are terrorists. So we want to prove them that we are the real disruptors here. And this is what I want to end with you and tell you, that justice is never given in a silver plate. If you go to back in history, in any movement for freedom and self-determination and liberation, there's always have to be for people who disrupt the status quo. They want to give us permissions, the colonizers, in this colony and in everywhere. They want to tell us when and how we can protest. They want to control the pitch of our voices. They want us not to make them uncomfortable with our disruption. Disruption and discomfort is not causing harm. What is causing harm is genocide. What is causing harm is apartheid. What is causing harm is settler colonialism. And here we are, my friends. I'll tell you that we are going to be in our loudest voices because it counts on you, the Palestinian people, and every freedom fighter in the world is counting on you. We meet their intimidation with courage. We carry on the Palestinians' voices and legacy, the legacy of our martyrs, their last footage, their last words on camera. We carry it with courage, not with passiveness. We carry it with determination and persistence, with our loudest voices. And I want to end with just a word of the amazing poet, Rifat al-Ar'ir, the Palestinian poet of Gaza who was killed at the beginning of the genocide. And he said, they murdered him. If I must die, you must live to tell my story. And we are here to tell the story because we are the truth tellers. And always remember, in time of universal deceit, in time of universal deceit, the act of telling the truth is a revolutionary act. And we are all revolutionaries for Palestine. Tell it speak. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks a lot. All right, it's time to take the lead street. We're going to be marching out here our usual way. Then we're turning left and we're heading down George Street towards Belmore Park next to Central Station. Let's be louder than ever. Let's say from the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. And from the sea to the river. Palestine will live forever. From the sea to the river. Palestine will live forever. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Occupation is a crime. Occupation is a crime.
hero.
What's your back? Watch your back, the train is coming, watch your back. Mr. Go for the train, the train is coming.
Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine!
From the sea to the river. Palestine.
Is that better? Did that change the orientation?
Stop the bombing now, 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 now! We are the
Excuse me. Mind if I ask you a question?
Are you a journalist or?
No, I'm just live streaming.
Sure.
You were on the Flotilla,
Yes.
yeah? What boat were you on?
The Spectre.
Spectre?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And when did you get out of prison?
7th of October.
And how long did it take you to get to Australia afterwards?
About 2 days, 2.5 days. Yeah.
Okay. And were you invited to speak here?
Yes, I was.
Yeah. And do you think that the rally today has done well?
Yeah, I think it's great to see such a beautiful turnout. It's raining right now, but it shows that this goes beyond the weather. This is about human life, human solidarity. So it's a beautiful turnout.
Yeah. And how many people do you think are here today? You were up there on the podium speaking. Were there a lot of people out there?
Yeah, tens of thousands. At least tens of thousands.
And have you been to a rally in Sydney before?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you been to multiple?
Yes.
Okay. And can I ask, how do you feel coming home from what you experienced?
It's good to be home. It's good to be with friends and family. But there's still this overwhelming guilt. I was released from an Israeli prison, but there's still tens of thousands of Palestinians that are held as hostage in these prisons. So our fight is not over. Our work is not over. We'll continue fighting, continue advocating until Palestine is free.
And last question, if you don't mind. What do you think of the ceasefire plan?
I'm still trying to catch up on all the news because I just got a phone.
Yeah.
But a ceasefire doesn't mean your hands are clean from genocide.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean your hands are clean from apartheid and occupation. These things still exist. They're still very real, and there needs to be accountability. The Australian government was complicit in this genocide, and the Australian government needs to be held accountable as well.
Yeah. Excellent. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. Thank you. Right, so that gentleman that we just spoke to was one of the people who was speaking at the rally, and he was part of the Flotilla, and he was taken captive by the IDF, and then gave his story basically as part of his time on the podium. We're kind of going down, we're close to Pitt Street at the moment. We're at the corner of Pitt Street and Market Street. I believe we're going to go to George Street, down past Town Hall, and then we're going to continue on to Central Station pretty much. I'll try to get some more interviews as we go and capture more of the sentiment that is going on at the moment. But I think there is, a lot more people than they expected out here today, especially considering people might have wanted to stay away if there was a peace proposal, a ceasefire on, and people were questioning the validity of continuing to protest in the face of that ceasefire plan. But it looks like people are still very, very vocal. So they got this gigantic flag that people just started picking up and taking with them. It was on the floor before, and people were riding along the white strip of the flag there. Hundreds of people riding on it. Very technologically illiterate.
Where's the love, man? There's no love. It's a selfish road, and no one wants to cross. They want to be their own god. They want to worship their own god. They want to do things their own way. This is why we've got so much different beliefs. But the gospel.
I did nothing. I just turned my camera around. It's awkward as hell though. I can't change my settings for some reason. I'd have to cancel the live stream and change it. You love Sky News.
Stop arming Israel! 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 So you gotta do it.
This is Sydney. I don't know. It's a good question. They said during the speeches before there was tens of thousands of people here. I asked the speaker, he thought there were thousands as well.
Sorry.
We started at Hyde Park, walked to Town Hall. We're heading for Belmore Park Central.
Occupation is not peace.
Yeah, we were right near St. Mary's Cathedral.
Occupation is not peace. Occupation is not peace. This is why we march the streets. This is why we march the streets. Occupation is not peace. Occupation is not peace. This is why we march the streets. This is why we march the streets. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. Killing children! Stop killing children!
Well, the vibe is pretty vocal.
Free, free, free Palestine! Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry!
Very vocal.
Palestine will never die!
And there's quite a mix of people here too.
Palestine will never die! Palestine will never die! Palestine will never die! We are the people too! We won't be silent! Stop the bombing now, 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 now! We are the people! We won't be silent! Stop the bombing now, 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 now! Israel out of West Bank! Israel out of Gaza! Israel out of Palestine! Israel out of West Bank! Israel out of Gaza! Israel out of Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine!
Oh yeah, they're very passionate. Very passionate.
Wall by wall, the occupation has to fall! Brick by brick, wall by wall, the occupation has to fall! Brick by brick, wall by wall, the occupation has to fall! From the river to the city, Palestine will be free! From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! From the sea to the river, Palestine will live forever! From the sea to the river, Palestine will live forever! Palestine will live forever! Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry! Palestine will never die! Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry! Palestine will never die! 1, 2, 3, 4, we don't want your bloody war!
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I'm just live streaming at the moment.
Yeah, no worries.
Why are you here today?
because we all know that Palestine has to be free, and then they have to stop the genocide. They must stop the genocide.
And what do you think about the recent peace plan?
It's not good. They destroy everything, and then they plan to do that. It's not the choice that they need to.
And are you marching today with people?
Yeah, me and my brothers are here today to march about that.
And do you know anyone in Palestine?
I do have a friend, but he left safely. Thank God that he could leave in the beginning.
Yeah.
And he's trying to go back, but he has no access to go see his family back in Palestine. And he doesn't know if they're alive or not. Yeah.
And have you heard that people are starting to enter Gaza again, northern Gaza?
I'm not sure, but I do know they tried, but they couldn't enter. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time. Cheers.
Have a great day.
Let us continue. It is a kid leading the chant. How good is that? Can I ask you a question? You mind?
What are you
No, not media. I'm just streaming. Yeah, okay. Is that okay? Why are you marching today, bro?
I'm marching for the people of Palestine and the genocide that's taking place, showing them that the world stands with them and that they're not alone, and show this government that they can't get away with all the weapons they're sending, they're funding, they're sending the steels, are basically the core of the tanks and the weapons. So that's the way to tell them that as Australian citizens, we don't like our government's position. Yeah. And so that's why we're here.
And the peace plan, what do you think about that?
Peace plan is Trump's way of taking Gaza. He thinks that the Palestinians are going to accept. But the Palestinians have demonstrated that they're smarter than him. They accepted the deal, swapped the hostages, get some food in, stop the war, stop the ceasefire. But Palestinians will not accept to disarm, because resistance is the only way to the freedom of Palestine.
Like armed resistance.
Armed resistance, exactly.
Right. And so do you think that Hamas should have agreed to disarmament or not?
No. Not a single faction will accept, or at the moment, no one will ever accept this.
So armament all the way.
And that's the stance, not just of any resistance faction. This is the stance of the Palestinian people themselves. That we will not accept to be in this, live in such a way without dignity, without honor, in basically a camp where you're besieged, no food, air, sea, blocked by whole. We will not accept this, and
the speeches, I don't know, did you hear all the speeches before?
Yeah.
Did you hear the people from the Flotilla?
Yeah.
How did you think that the Flotilla went? Do you think it made a difference?
I think it had a big impact in the world to show that the people can do what they want. And it's not just the government. And this is they came so close to break the siege, 17-year-long siege on Gaza. So I think this was a big impact.
It was close, wasn't it, this time?
Very close,
I think. Are you from Sydney?
Yeah, I'm right here.
What part of Sydney?
Western Sydney.
Yeah, me too, bro. Thank you very much.
And to everyone that's watching, free Palestine from the river to the sea.
Thanks, brother. Cheers. From the river to the sea. Yeah, well said. Well said. I can't really see my phone when it's up like this. Can you see the end of the line? I don't know how many people are here. On and on. What's your sign, sir? Do you mind? Yeah, Miffy. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? Is that all right? Why are you here today?
I just believe that the people in Palestine deserve justice and they deserve freedom, and we need to do whatever we can to help these people from where we are, whether it's donating, protesting, just speaking, raising awareness. I think it's just important to be here and stand up for what we believe in.
And do you think like this type of stuff works?
I think so, definitely,
Yeah.
100%.
Have you been to one of these events
Yeah.
before? Yeah? Multiple?
Yeah.
And what do you think of the peace deal?
I don't know if I believe it fully, but I think it's a step in the right direction, but I'll believe it when I see it, type of thing.
Yeah, of course. And so, do you think with the peace deal that someone like Donald Trump should be on the board of the peace and control what goes on in Palestine, or do you think there should be like self-determination for the Palestinians?
I think definitely self-determination, and I think someone in a place of such power like him should be on board with it, but I don't see it happening realistically.
Yeah.
And that's sad and shameful on him, but we already all knew that he was not exactly the greatest of people, so
Fair
it
enough.
is what it is.
One of the people I just spoke to before, they'd said that the Palestinian people should never disarm, and it's a problem if Hamas demilitarizes. Do you think that they should give up their arms for peace? It's a hard
I
question.
understand where that stance comes from, but I think it's not the time for them to do it now while they're still under attack. You can't expect them to give up their arms when they're under attack, and they need to have the right to protect themselves and stand up for themselves, and they can't have that if they disarm, which is sad, but it is the truth.
It is the truth. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Cheers. There you go. Mixed opinions on the disarmament thing. I know people in this stream or this community are heavily against the idea. Let's get back to it. Yes, I saw. There's a few unions here, actually. Hey.
Hey. Pretty good. How are you? How are you?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest with us today. I'm just going to turn the camera around so you can see. I'm going to ask him a few questions. 4IS, why are you here today?
Or free Palestine.
And have you been here long?
No, I just got back from an event. You just happened to be passing by my place when you came on the.
So you could tell where I was?
Yeah. I basically tracked you all the way from World Square to here, and I'm like, I think I'm close to it.
I'm getting hot.
Yeah, I'm getting hot.
So hot.
But yeah, I'm lucky. It's serendipity that you happen to be passing by just as I came back from an event. So
it's a small world, 4IS. It's a small world. So one hard-hitting question for you that I've been asking everyone today.
Okay.
What do you think of the peace deal?
Come on, man. What peace deal? What peace deal?
Wait, you go that way. We're going to go see the Teachers Federation for jungle potatoes. Peace deal?
What peace deal?
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, come on. Like, do they honestly think that Hamas is going to disarm themselves?
Nah, look, they haven't so far. And
it's to make them look reasonable, like they're doing something when they're not. It's like going all in and acting like you have a pocket aces and expecting, well, this is a reasonable deal for you. All you have to do is go all in like us. You've got as just a good hand as us.
Well, I've been asking a few people this question, and people are not down for it.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Yeah. What do you expect? I'm going to try and get a teacher.
Yeah, sure.
Excuse me. Can I ask you a question? If that's okay. Why is the New South Wales Teachers Federation here today?
I might not do it because I'm not a spokesperson.
Yeah.
Okay?
Do you know anyone I could ask?
do you want to do this? I don't
I
know
just
where
want to ask. I'm not from the media. I'm just a streamer. I'm just streaming the live. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Why is the New South Wales Teachers Federation here today?
Because we know that all genocides are committed against children, and we oppose that. We have a long history of opposing those things and against law. We understand that this is a genocide. We've been here for 2 years, every week, supporting this important cause. We want our governments to sanction Israel and end the arms trade.
Thank you. Thank you very much. There you go. I'm gonna flip this around. Jag. What Jag said? 6 side votes for us. So I was here for the March for Australia. This is when it started. Yeah. And like the numbers, if people keep filling into the park, it'll be similar numbers. I'll be able to tell how big the crowd is from that, I reckon. And they reckon they had 15,000 at that. We've been trying to figure out the crowd numbers for ages. Sound should be back, right? I just had to mute it for a second to adjust the camera. Tell me if the sound's back, please. We should get the band back together. B4D, B3? Oh yeah, look at that. How many do you reckon there is? Hey, Straw Hats Pirates. Oh over there. Yeah. Can you see the Straw Hats Pirates? Yeah. Let's go have a look. Not only in Indonesia and Nepal, it's also here in Sydney. Boy, should we ask them what flying a Straw Hats Pirate flag? Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
What question is it?
About the flag. Yeah? Why have you got the flag?
I don't know.
Wait, one second.
It's a sign of liberation.
Yeah?
Have you watched One Piece?
No, but I've been watching the protests around the world at the moment. They've been using it. Is that why you're using it? Yeah? Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Yes, good
Should
choice.
watch it.
I will. Interesting. Didn't want to say much though.
No, no. It's... Look who it is. Especially so which guy? Yeah, the flag. It's just right there.
Don't watch it. It's like 1,500 episodes. It literally took my mate 5 years to catch up on the kind of. Oh my god.
Just watch the Netflix adaptation. You're caught up. Sad. Yeah. I don't know. I got water. Next to the Irish flag.
Get closer. I don't know.
Hey, buddy. Where can I find you?
The channel's called Mystery Movement. Yeah, it's the French spelling of mystery. There's an E at the end.
Okay, thanks, buddy. Cheers. What's that, TikTok? TikTok? YouTube.
Can I ask you a question? Yeah? No? Please.
Oh, good time.
No?
That's me.
Yeah?
This is good.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Is she a friend of yours?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Who? Black?
Yes.
Can I ask you a question? Your friend put you up to it. Can I ask you a question? Why are you here? Yeah. It's just I'm on YouTube.
That keeps killing people. And the dumb cunts that we have running our fucking nation are going ahead and spending our money, our taxes, on a country that likes to kill people, which is an absolute joke. Now, if you believe in peace and justice, peace won't happen without justice. So if you're okay with it happening to other people, you better be okay with it happening to yourself. It happened already to the Native Australians. We don't need to see it happen again. That's...
And so I'm assuming for you the peace plan or the ceasefire is a no-go.
This is my thought on the whole matter. Make Israel Palestine again and they can go fuck themselves.
Fair enough.
The Israelis say.
Of course. And do you think today's been good then?
Yes, I do.
And have you been to one of these before?
I've attended as many as I possibly can.
Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it.
And fuck Israel.
What was that?
And fuck Israel.
Thank you. Colourful language then.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah. She was very passionate.
Yeah.
So what did you call these people in the red here?
Oh, no. I just wasn't sure what they were.
Yeah, but like you just used a drama term or something to describe them?
Oh, like it looks committed to latte when I first saw it. That was like the Italian, but
Yeah.
but they don't have like the because committed to latte had the masks. So, but I don't know. Maybe that's traditional Palestine. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Do you reckon there's people still coming into the park?
I think you can see it. I think you can still see some people coming in. Have they given a figure? That's no.
Are there going to be more speeches here? I don't think so. I think people just gather here and chant, I guess. Yeah, good question. What is that? See that flag up there? Yeah. With that yellow crescent?
Yeah.
We need our research assistant.
Yeah, I know. Could be Pacific, but like, you know how New South Wales has a very specific emblem, and maybe it's a specific region within like one of those countries. Yeah.
I think that's it. They've just wrapped up the speeches. People have marched down. And I think we're done. Crowd is dispersing.
I think it's our greatest.
We'll find out what flag that is. Excuse me. What flag is this?
It's from the Chilean indigenous.
Ah. Mind if I just ask you quickly?
Chilean indigenous,
yeah?
Mapuches,
Okay.
is the elder people in Chile.
Okay.
Before the arrival of the Spaniards, they will be original people, Aboriginal people, called Mapuches.
Okay.
And
And-
this is their flag.
And why are you here today?
Yeah.
Why did you come today?
Oh, because I support the people of Palestine.
Excellent.
I want to stop this slaughtering of kids and babies.
Yeah.
Because I'm a grandfather, I got a son, grandkid.
Yes.
When I see them, I say, why the Palestinian kid doesn't have the right to live a normal people?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay, so
Have a good
thank
day.
you.
Thank
Good
you.
day.
Cheers. It's Chilean. Oh, it's Chilean. Yeah. It's like a indigenous flag.
Okay, cool.
Hey? No research assistant required.
Yeah, no, you can just ask the source.
يلا يلا
I think.
Oh yeah. Right. No, so it isn't just Leeds then. Because I knew
They all look the same.
I know.
All the socialist alternative people look the same.
no worries. So it wasn't actually him.
I don't know. It's one of those two.
I know, but
I just remember him being really tall.
Yeah.
Oh, Squeeb 89. Yo.
Sorry? This is part of his channel, the Mystery channel.
So it's just YouTubing. I'm like live streaming at the moment.
On YouTube?
Yeah. Just like so people can tune in and stuff like that. Yeah. Not media or anything like that.
Are you like pro-Palestine or pro-Israel?
Pro-Palestine? Yeah. Not pro-Israel.
Yeah.
Not like that.
My dad, and I'm very protective of him. So
Yeah. No, I wanted to know what that flag was actually. Yeah. No, we're not media, anything like that. Yeah. No worries.
makes sense.
I think it's all dispersing now. Everyone's going home.
Yeah, pretty much.
What does that say up there?
Smash fascism, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Smash racism.
All right. I think we're going to wrap it up here. Pretty crazy weather. It's ended up being quite gnarly actually towards the end. It was a good start to the day, and like I think people, like as you saw, people were quite vocal. We got 4IS in the house right at the end there. But like yeah, some very passionate speeches going on today, and like you know, I think the sentiment from a lot of the people that I was speaking to anyway was the peace deal means nothing unless they have some type of self-determination, and disarmament is a bad thing. It's a shit go. So lessons from the people of the Palestine rally here in October. So I guess we'll unpack this during the week, during the stream. So if you've been watching this the whole time and you're not a usual, give us a like, share, subscribe, and we'll unpack this during the week. Thank you everyone for tuning in. And until next time, please remember, I am, you are, we are, and you are a mystery. We'll see you next time. Thanks everyone. Cheers.